Hey, welcome to episode 13. My name is Coach Matt, the CFT Fit Cast, and next to me is...
My name is Coach Vinny. How we doing, everybody?
And we're excited to be here.
Welcome.
Today we're going to make it short and sweet, and we're going to talk about some real-life situations, scenarios, and things that go on in normal people's lives. I know we sit on here and talk a lot about science and facts and a lot of intricate training ideologies, to throw some more big words. But today we're just going to talk about the normal person. The normal person, it could be anybody, even me going on vacation, and trying to figure out what I'm going to do as far as my fitness and my training goes. For me, I always try to make sure that the hotel, like Vinny was saying earlier offline, make sure the hotel has something in regards to a fitness room, even just a room or an extra balcony by the pool or extra space whatsoever, so that I can do something, because I know a lot of us go places that maybe doesn't have a local CrossFit gym where you can't just hop in and buy a shirt and do a workout, or you just don't feel comfortable doing that. So my number one favorite tool in the gyms of hotels are dumbbells, because they always have the ones going all the way to 50 at least. Mm-hmm. If they don't have that, then they have the little Bowflex selectors, and those are cool too. And I'll do anything from dumbbell lunges, goblet squats, hack squats. Dumbbell snatches are my favorite. Dumbbell snatches and hang cleans are my favorite go-to WOD that I'll do. You could throw some burpees in there, some air squats. You could pretty much put whatever together. You could do a 20-minute AMRAP with any of those things without even using some dumbbells. So, Vinny, what's your favorite go-to for some hotel workouts on vacation?
I think for the hotel workout, for me, it's definitely stuff that gets me out of my comfort zone. So, I mean, most of the time with these hotel gyms, like you said, you're probably, if you're lucky, going to have a treadmill, maybe a recumbent bike. And it's where I can get creative and do some interval-based training. You know, most of the gyms now, you're starting to see the dumbbells in there. You might get lucky and have a full-on little mini gym with machines and cables and squat racks. If that's accessible, you know, that's great. But, you know, for me, like you said, I think that little bit of cardio and then give me a rack of dumbbells, you know, whether it's up to the 50s, if you're lucky, you know, maybe they'll stop at 25 or 30, but I think it definitely allows you to get creative, you know. I think for some people it might be holding them back, you know, oh, how do I put this together? You know, do I warm up? You know, do I have to do a skill? You know, do I make my own WOD? You know,
should I scale my own workout?
Yeah, should I scale my own workout? Is anybody watching? Should I film it? You know, there's so many different variables. You know, and a lot of the times too with your hotels, and you could always ask at the front desk, like, hey, do you guys do any guest passes to any local gyms? You know, I know when I worked for 24 Hour Fitness, most of the hotels around us, we had passes at the front desk. If you were a paying member of the hotel, you get one of those passes, and it's good for 2-3 days, you know, or using the CrossFit.com website and finding where your local box is. Or you might just have to get creative, run some laps around the hotel, do some burpees out on the sidewalk. You know, if there's a curb, I can get some exercise in, you know, split squats, elevated push-ups. I could do dips. You know, it's learning how to shift on the fly. You know, you might not get as awesome as an experience as you would in here, but you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
You know, another thing that I'd add to it is that if you don't want to work out in the vicinity of four walls and some awkward gym music playing in the background, going to the beach and working out on the beach coast right there is a great way to do some stuff. I know when I went to Carlsbad for the second time, place is awesome. Love that place in Southern California. Yeah. My brother and I, we just worked on like plyometrics. We worked on stability. We worked on cutting because he was a college athlete for football. D2 athlete, so we worked on just basic drills and he was recovering from knee surgery where he tore his ACL. So the sand provided us a pad, soft surface, unlike concrete or a gym floor, and it also provided a little bit of resistance too for challenging things like sprints or reverse lunges or any type of fast plyometric any type of lateral movement. It was just more difficult because he had to have a sturdier surface to stand on, but also provide himself with stability. And it gave us the opportunity to work out barefooted, which nobody does often. And you should definitely take your shoes off more often. Not saying you should take your shoes off in the gym. It's one thing. But definitely going out into the grass or going to your park, or watch out for dog poop, though, or going to the beach and just taking your shoes off and letting your feet do their thing is really important as well. So next, let's just kind of dive in. We talked about vacation a little bit. Let's dive right into someone who may be running late for their entire life and they can't be on time for anything, or they can't be on time for class to start, a CrossFit class, or maybe not even in time for an express class. So for those type of people that just need to sneak in 20 to 30 minutes, what type of movements or what type of plan of action or plan of attack do you recommend for them, Vinny?
Well, I think if you're short on time, that 20 to 30 minutes, I think the best bang for your buck is to target all of your muscle groups. More than just doing your simple push-ups, let's throw a burpee into the mixture. Let's do some walking lunges. Let's get down on the ground and let's plank and then flip over and work glute bridges. There are endless opportunities for training body weight. We need to put some sort of load on the body. So that's where utilizing things like the lighter dumbbells, if it's whatever you kind of have access to, even if you're coming here into the gym and you're short on time and you're going to come right in and go to the open gym space, everything's back there that you need. You could easily put yourself through a 10 or a 15, maybe 20-minute AMRAP, and it could be something as simple as push-ups, air squats, and maybe another overhead movement or a pulling type movement. It's like I said in the beginning, it's learning how to shift on the fly. Grab the TRX straps, that we have here. Set something up where I'm just going to train my body weight and just work on the odd part of my training that I'm not really tapping into. You might end up finding that this type of workout you enjoy a lot. And, like Drew asked earlier when we were getting ready, what's the importance of accessory work and can I get stronger with accessory work? I think that's when running short on time, let me just grab some dumbbells. I don't have to worry about grabbing a barbell, getting my bumper plates, putting my clips on. It's minimal setup so you can have more success in the workout.
Yeah, and you pretty much led right into my next topic, talking about guys whose maybe their goal isn't general fitness, or your goal isn't, or girls, or your goal isn't to lose weight. Your goal is to get as big and as fast and as strong as you possibly can. So you need weights. You need to pull some resistance. But if you only have 30 minutes for the whole day to work out, and you're an individual who is really strong and you're looking to increase your gains, I would argue and recommend that you are going to get more benefit out of doing 30 minutes of accessory lifts than you would getting 30 minutes out of your main compound lift, like a squat, a deadlift, or a bench press. If you worked 3 accessory exercises, instead of 1 of your main lifts, you are going to get way more bang for your buck, way more efficiency out of your training, because you are, again, out of time. And the best way to make the best value of your time is to work your accessory lifts, because for one, they don't take as long to warm up and to do, and 2, you're going to get more volume. If you're talking about reps times sets type of volume, you're going to get more volume versus doing 5 sets of 3, talking basic.
Oh yeah. I mean, now with the dumbbell on the scene, you see it in regionals, you see it in the games, and even there's a dumbbell specialty course now within CrossFit that Josh Everett is the one who put together. And I mean, he's an old school CrossFitter, and the dumbbell has been around forever. For people that struggle with overhead positions, why would you not want to put dumbbells in your hand and isolate, from everything? You could take your normal barbell thruster, now use dumbbells, and when I come up from my squat, I can now do an alternating press. Really change the dynamic of it. So I'm sufficient or proficient with my barbell, but I'm terrible with my dumbbell work. That dumbbell power clean that, it's a whole nother ball game versus, doing your barbell.
Yeah,
Barbell,
it's harder.
It's much harder.
Especially when you get tired.
Oh, yeah.
And you're hanging on to the 50s.
Yep. Just like our WOD today, walking lunges with 50-pound dumbbells. I had a gentleman in class this morning. He's like, that's 50 pounds total, right? And I'm like, no. If that was 50 pounds total, you'd see a 25 up in front of that pound sign.
Nice try, though.
Yep. Try to sneak a quick one by us. But
Syed, though,
oh, yeah.
crushed those lunges. 50 pound dumbbell
like, no joke.
Lunges.
So we keep talking about, we're short on time. Most of us are just going to use that excuse, I just don't have enough time, and I'm going to skip my workout altogether. And then that's probably going to start turning into a pattern for you. You're probably going to start skipping a lot of workouts, and then look at how many workouts you've missed in a month and how far behind you are. You're probably not happy with yourself. And I think it's knowing how to program for yourself. We all should know our weak points. If you're having an issue with that, come up to one of us. We watch you guys in class all week long. I was working with Shannon this morning, and I had some people in class that I've never worked with before, and she knew all of their injuries and what they need to scale, and it was awesome knowing all that stuff ahead of time, so you can start shifting on the fly. Like I keep saying, know how to change workouts for some people, and then it might be I can make some recommendations. This is what I want you to do on your next day in the gym, where you're going to do some accessory work, or I'm going to program some stuff for you to do at home. And I think that's one of the biggest things, too, is how do I do it at home? I have all the equipment in my awesome gym. I'm limited at home. So what do I do at home, Coach Matt?
Well, we were talking offline about rest days and just doing something in general. I think that if you're struggling with just doing something, then you just need to get up and just be active, whether it's in your house or outside of your house. Make it simple. Make it 20 minutes. 20 minutes to 30 minutes is all you need. But if you're an individual who does have an active fitness routine, then what I would do if I was at home, I would work on things that I'm not so good at. For example, I'm okay at single leg squats, but I'm not so good at doing maybe like a single arm push up. And I would just work 3 sets of 3 on that, and then that would be my main lift. And then from there, I usually enjoy doing some cardio, so I would jump on and do some sort of quick, easy body weight workout where it was simple things like some air squats, some push-ups, and maybe some sort of plank to where I can have a active rest in the middle of my smoke session. So tips and tricks, I mean, we have the internet now, folks, and we have this thing called a cell phone that we just walk around and have every answer in the world in our hand.
Yep.
You can Google something as a 10-minute body weight workout, and I guarantee you'll find 300 before you can blink an eye. Yep. And you can just flip a coin or think of a number in your head and pick one.
10 best at-home exercises to do right now.
And they're very effective. We're not saying that this is the end-all, be-all, like you should only do body weight workouts or you should only do resistance workouts or TRX workouts or Pilates. We're saying that you should just do something. Get off your couch or your chair, or your desk if you work it from home, and just do something. When you get home from work, change into your gym clothes real quick, put some tennis shoes on, or just leave your socks on and just do a quick workout with the kids. They enjoy it. They'll do some air squats and burpees with you. You don't have to make it hard. You just got to make a daily habit of just doing something. It doesn't have to be hard. You'll get to a place where you'll start being comfortable making it hard. But the first step is just to start and make a daily habit of doing it, and then build every day. Look back on your previous day, look at what you did, and then try to challenge it, whether you want to do the same thing, something similar, or something completely different. Be your own experiment.
Yep.
Your own science experiment. Learn what you like, learn what you don't like, find your weaknesses, your strengths, and tinker around with all of those.
Yep. And we all have those bicycles that are sitting in our garages.
I actually don't have a bicycle.
If you don't have one,
I would love one. I see all these people riding bikes, and I'm just
borrow
like,
one.
Where I come from, we don't ride bikes.
Dirt bike.
There's no side. Well, it's self-powered. There's no sidewalks. We don't got no bike lanes. Almost ran over a bicyclist
most
the
of
other
the
day.
people in California still don't use the bike lanes. They ride their bikes on the sidewalks.
And that's illegal?
Yep.
I didn't.
Very
mind blown.
It's simple things like that. Guys, if you have those bikes laying in the garage, dust off the bikes, get your kids out there. We all live in these neighborhoods where you have a park that's probably within 5 to 10 minutes of where you live.
Walking distance.
Yeah. You can
5 to 10
walk there,
minutes.
bike there.
It's a
run
crow's
there,
fly.
And parks these days are fun to be in. You're going to have rings. You're going to have monkey bars. There's
I usually do a muscle up.
uneven platforms. It allows you to get out there, and especially if you know those skill sets, put a set of resistance bands in your bag, especially if you struggle with things like, say, a pull-up. There's no rule that says you can't attach your bands to the jungle gym in the park.
Never seen that rule.
There's no
Can't
rule.
smoke, though. I know that.
Yeah. Most of these, and a lot of times if you get lucky enough, a lot of the parks these days that are being built are more geared towards fitness. I mean, there's some awesome parks in San Francisco, even in parts of SoCal,
Even in Pleasanton, I've seen a little roundabouts with workout stations.
Kind of where we live in Pleasanton, the loop and everything, all throughout the neighborhoods, there's different stations. So there's a station with rings, there's a pull-up station, there's uneven benches for doing step-ups,
That's all the sit-up ones, too.
Yep. There's all sorts of different things you can do, like Coach Matt said, open up YouTube, open up Google, dust off those old VHSs that your mom used to have,
I own this extreme kettlebell workout DVD that I got from onit.com. It's intense.
Yep.
I still can't keep up.
Yep.
One kettlebell.
And
35 pounds.
When it comes to like investing in equipment, we're not saying you have to go and buy rogue stuff and buy top of the line. Go to Walmart, guys. Go to Target. Walk up and down their exercise aisles. They have bands. They've got kettlebells and dumbbells, jump ropes. Start with the basics. Whenever I travel, I still throw a set of bands. I always travel with a TRX. Doesn't matter where I go because I can attach my TRX to the door in my hotel room. I can hook it up anywhere. I mean, TRX, even if you don't have the name brand TRX, you can get an off-brand on Amazon for $50-$60. Hell, they sell them at Walmart. You could buy a Gold's Gym version for $29.99.
I've watched the exercise aisle go from sharing with the golfing aisle
to
having
own
its own aisle in Walmart.
Yep.
It's cool.
Where there's so much more for mobility. I mean, I was in Walmart the other day. They got lacrosse balls
everything.
and foam rollers.
Wait for them to get flossing bands.
Yep, all sorts of things, If it's pretty much, you can get it on Amazon and have it shipped to your house. You could
fill your water jug up.
You could be exercising by tomorrow, guys, and have a really fun home gym. My home gym, the only thing I'm lacking is a squat rack because I just can't afford it. But I make do with what I have, and it allows me to train
Craigslist
differently. I don't want to train at home the same way I train here. I want it to be,
totally
be different. To where I can run out my garage, run to the end of the street, run back, do my box jumps on my brick that's right outside of my front door. It's learning to adapt. Get outside. Like Coach Matt said earlier, go to the beach. You don't even have to drive that far. You could go to Livermore and go to Lake Del Val. Get in the sand, take your shoes off, train barefoot.
It's fun.
Do some high knees in the sand for 30 seconds, and you'll open up your perspective towards training.
Yeah. So, that was pretty much, we hit a lot in 19 or 20 minutes. We talked about vacation workouts. We talked about workouts from home when you're running late. We talked about workouts for those that are in the powerlifting or hypertrophy mindset, bodybuilding mindset. Accessory lifts will always outweigh your primary. If you're short on time, always take your accessory lifts. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot it our way. We will be more than happy to answer them, whether you hit us up on Instagram at CFT Fitness or you go to cftfit.com. We're always here, open doors, open books, open minds, because we're all about spreading the knowledge.
Yes. And we'll keep our live feed open on Facebook, guys. We're going to part ways for station identification, and we'll be back for you guys. So leave us questions, leave us comments. Me and Coach Matt would love to answer anything you throw at us. And we'll be right back, guys.
Holla. Hey, guys, we're back with episode 13, talking about people that are short on time. You need quick fixes, whether it's your training or if it's your nutrition. We're going to hook you up with some quick tips. Coach Vinny, part 2, we're talking about nutrition. and being short on time.
Short on time.
So say you prepped a whole bunch of food, and it's a Monday morning, and you walked out the house, and you took your kids to the school, and you're on your way to work by sitting in your daily commute of 2 hours of traffic, and you're an hour and a half into traffic, and you forgot your food at home.
What do I do?
What's going through your mind right now?
Definitely a lot of things. Like, man, I'm probably more pissed off that I left all my food at home because I know how long I took to prep it, put it in all the containers. But
So frustrating.
it's no excuse to just quit. And, I mean, even if I were to go through the drive-thru, I can make a pretty good decision. I mean, it's going to be a hard decision to order healthy.
So I don't need to just throw away my efforts and throw away my day.
Exactly. You know, every fast food chain has a salad or multiple salads on their menus. You know, go for the chicken sandwich. You know, you could get rid of things like the bun. You know, go to In-N-Out. Get your burger wrapped up in lettuce as much as a
Protein style.
Yeah, as much as a sin as I think that is. You know, I'm all for the bun. You know?
It's just not the same without the bun. I don't care who you are.
Carbs aren't the enemy in my eyes.
You can't fake it and say that that's good.
You know, go to, you know, you
not
might
good.
have to, you know, a lot of these places that we work for now, if you're fortunate to have a cafeteria, you know, it's knowing how to make those big boy and big girl decisions when it comes to eating. You know, take a drive to the grocery store. Like I was telling Dean, go up to the deli counter, see what they have cooked for the day. You know, if you're one to spend a little bit more money and you got a Whole Foods near you, Whole Foods has everything you need for whether you brought food or you brought it and you don't want to eat it and you want something else. You know, I have that. You know, I could bring a whole case full of food for the day and I want to go to Denny's right up the street, you know, because their breakfast is better than my breakfast. But we don't want to sabotage ourselves, you know. I could go to the store, get myself a nice container of Greek yogurt, you know, maybe a pack of deli meat, you know, some turkey breast. Maybe go through one of the supplement aisles, you know, see what type of protein bars or energy bars. Maybe I grab a 4-pack of ready-to-drink protein shakes, and I can space those out throughout the day. You know, for like guys like me and Coach Matt, we could go to the store and make some really good decisions, probably some bad decisions too. But it's
If I get a sandwich, I'm for sure getting chips. Sorry.
yeah, you know, and
Not
even
sorry.
then, if I am going to eat those chips, you know, yeah, I'll probably work a little bit harder when I do train later to
I'll for
burn.
sure make sure I work out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, even if I'm eating big and eating something that might not fit into my daily intake, I'm not skipping training days during the week. I don't ever feel bad about eating more. I've been living off of Halloween candy the last few days, but someone has to eat it to get it out of the house, and I'm not going to let good candy go to waste.
I already picked through all the good stuff.
Yeah, now it's kind of like, it's just
Sweet tarts and Laffy Taffies are my new favorite now. Put them together.
You know,
Put the
so-
sweet tarts on the Laffy Taffy.
So, Coach Matt, you know, what are some of your tips and techniques for people that, you know, might not even, I don't have time to meal prep and I'm just gonna wing it.
Well, I would ask those people if they have time to make dinner, and if they answer yes, then one of
Make
my
a little
favorite
extra.
one of my favorites is when I'm making chicken, I'll get like the big huge things that they sell at Walmart or Safeway of chicken, where it's like 9 chicken titties in there. So a normal family eats about 4 or 5 of those in a setting, a dinner. So you got 3 to 4 more extra. So I usually take those. I have a new wave oven, by the way, too.
Those are
But
cool.
those are awesome. You can cook burgers and everything on it, whatever you want.
Yep.
And it still stays greasy. It doesn't get rid of all the grease. So I'll take some chicken, I'll cube it up, and I'll wrap a whole piece of bacon around it, and I'll make little barbecue bacon wrapped chicken bites. And I'll keep those in Tupperware. You can keep 5 in a container, and that thing is loaded with protein and a little bit of fat and a tiny bit of carbs, depending on how much, if any, barbecue sauce you put on it.
Yep.
That's a go-to. Another one is this new wave of this cool new thing, these overnight oats that everybody's raving about. Been doing it, been seeing it, been had it.
It's not new.
It's not new. It's really effective though. So that takes, I had it down. I can make 4 of those probably in 10 minutes. And I'd go to Walmart, buy the little 4-ounce mason jars, and that's what I would make them in. And I'd smear peanut butter around the outside and then load oats, some milk first, some oats, some Greek yogurt, little whatever fruit that I wanted, I would change it up, or I'd put chocolate chips in it. Or you can put whatever you want in it, whatever accessory flavor you want. You can literally make 15 of them within an hour, and you can just eat 2 a day and just swipe them on the way out, way home. Grab your coffee and grab to-go oats out of the fridge on your way home on your way to work, not from work. You could literally pick that recipe anywhere. Overnight oats, this 4-ounce mason jar. Find it anywhere. Another one of my favorite tips, Greek yogurt, Okio's Greek yogurt. They make a strawberry flavor now. Delicious.
12 to 15 grams of protein.
Yeah, they make one that's like double protein too.
Yep.
And it's tons of protein, and it fills you up for at least an hour or two. Another favorite of mine, my wife makes these muffins that are really good. And you can turn breakfast into travel anytime you need to. We used to make these breakfast muffins. Just egg was the muffin part. We would take some ham, some bacon slices, maybe a little bit of cheese, throw it into the scrambled eggs, and mix it all up and pour it into a muffin tin. Boom, breakfast muffins, ready to roll. Loaded up with whatever flavors, jalapenos, jalapenos, whatever you want.
Yep.
There's so many corners that you can make, that you can cut in order to make prepping not even a thought in your mind. It just kind of happens. It's all about trying to figure out what it is that you have and what you can do with it.
Yep.
Whatever corners you can cut with it. If all I have is ham and cheese, I'm probably going to make me 4 ham and cheese sandwiches and just throw them in the fridge. I'm not going to make one sandwich. I'm going to make a couple, so I don't have to make the next 2. I can just grab it. Because for me, it's all about time. And I'm at the gym at random times of the day. Sometimes I go home for an hour and come back. Sometimes I'll just run home, grab some food, and come back. And I just need it to be ready and there. And those are a few of my go-tos.
Yep. And it's learning how to shop to fit your budget. Buy what's on sale. I was at the grocery store Saturday, and burger patties were on sale. It was 10 for $10. I bought all 3 packages. So right there, $30 a meat. And last night, I grilled a whole package of 10. I had 2 for dinner. My wife had 1, and now I have all those extra burger patties in the fridge.
That's a good lunch, too.
We made red potatoes. I mashed them up. And so there's like 3 containers of potatoes in the fridge, and then there's protein. It's quick, it's easy, and those burgers took me no time whatsoever. If you don't have a grill, get a grilling pan for the inside of the house. Invest in a New Wave like Coach Matt has. Just learn how to cook. Go take a cooking class. It's simple as that. Go to Las Positas, go to Delta, get a cookbook, cook with flavor. We're not telling you have to eat chicken breast and broccoli and brown rice.
Tell you what, if you don't even know how to cook and you don't want to go to the grocery, you can go to any teriyaki bowl restaurant and get vegetables and teriyaki chicken.
Yep.
That'll be way better than what you're going to get at In-N-Out or
you could easily look
Burger King
into
or Wendy's.
One of these meal prep companies, here at CFT.
Yeah, they have storefronts.
We got Fresh Fix. There's lots of different
They'll do it for you.
Meal prep companies. And, like Coach Matt mentioned, a lot of these teriyaki-type places, they're getting into that realm where you can buy multiple meals. Mm-hmm. Out in San Ramon, there's the Muscle Maker Grill, which is a really cool spot. It's a family-owned chain, and everything in their menu is more catered to the macro-friendly. So I can go in there and get meatballs and pasta, or I can do a 10 or a 20 meal plan to where I go into the fridge. There's my food for the week, and it's simple. When you're at Costco, if you're one that buys in bulk, I usually like getting my eggs or my bacon, and you better believe I'm not just going to cook 3 or 4 pieces of bacon. I'm going to make like all the bacon.
I always have extra bacon, because one of my favorite go-to breakfast sandwiches is making some toast and putting an egg in a bowl and scrambling it, throwing it in the microwave, Starbucks style. Yep. Bacon already made. I just pull it out and throw it in the microwave with it. It's just sizzling.
Yep.
And then ham slices and maybe a slice of cheese.
My wife is a big BLT person, so if bacon is easily accessible.
I got time to make bacon.
Little bit of toast,
Messy.
Slice up a tomato, get some lettuce. There's
splashes everywhere. You got to wipe the stove off.
Exactly.
Your wife gets pissed at you because you didn't.
You didn't clean the stove. Yeah, I did.
Then you bake it and your whole house smells like bacon, but then you got to clean your stove.
Nothing wrong with microwavable bacon, guy. Bacon's bacon.
I ain't never microwave no bacon.
It all came
by
from
God.
the same animal.
I don't know about that. New Wave it, though. That thing is awesome. It just drips, collects it right there. So we talked about some meal prep options, some companies that offer meal prepping, especially the one that we offer here at CFT Fitness. What was the name?
Fresh Fix Kitchen.
Fresh Fix Kitchen. There are so many meal preps. In Kentucky, there are 0 meal prep companies. You got Green Bean, and you got to make that. Those are just groceries. They don't even send you prepped meals. We talked about ways that you could meal prep for yourself by making extras at dinner. Since you're already in the kitchen, everything's already dirty. You might as well go ahead and whip up a couple extra.
Buy a little extra at the grocery store.
Barbecue chicken breast can save your games.
Yep.
You might get tired of it, but it's your fault that you're only eating barbecue chicken.
Yep. Learn how to marinate, guys. Learn how to cook. You know, we're not telling you that dark meat is bad and chicken off the bone is the enemy and you just have to eat chicken breasts. You know, we're not telling you to eat
That's
everything.
not real life.
Not everything has to be organic either. And, you know,
Look, unless you live in Montana in the mountains and you get your own water from the stream that flows naturally from the rocks, and you're out there killing your own meat and foraging your own vegetables and fruit, it's not organic.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
You know, I mean, I have friends
Not sorry.
I have friends that, you know, duck season opened up not too long ago, and I've got friends out there that are already sending me messages. Hey, man, you need any duck?
I missed deer season. Pretty upset about it.
Got lots of it. Yep. Deer season. You know, there are some people that take advantage of just their hunting seasons to get a year's worth of meat.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with deer. Venison, it's good eating. You know, and
Good eating.
If it's prepped right, you know, oh, I don't eat duck because it's too gamey. Well, you're not living.
You're not living.
You're not living.
That's funny. I'd agree to that. So, yeah, there's all kinds of different ways. Even buying food that's already made, like Okio's Greek yogurt with the 2 times protein.
Yep.
Easy. Mixed nuts. Easy.
Yep.
Whatever you can do, whatever you can find. I've seen people munch on candy after their workouts because they can't afford post-workout carbohydrates. They'll eat some Sour Patch Kids. That's a great way to get 30 grams of sugar with your protein shake. It's easy without having to buy a whole new formula or go out and, I don't know, whatever people do for carbs after their workouts these days. I see some people eat bowls of cereal.
Invest in a tub of protein, guys. Keep it in your gym bag, you know? So worst case scenario, I could double up on my scoops. You know, increase the calories, increase the carbs or protein, you know, all depending on what type of powder you have. And, you know, if you're getting to the gym and you're hungry, we can easily give you a scoop of powder, you know, give you something to drink. You know, we can give you an option. You know, we always get that question. Oh, well, I work out early in the morning. You know, what do I eat before my workout? I don't like to eat early in the morning. No, we're not telling you to. You know, we're not going to force food.
If you don't feel like eating, don't eat.
Nope.
Eat something small, though. I usually can work out on just a cup of coffee.
Yep.
A little bit of sugar.
A little bit of
cream I put
fluid
in
in your stomach, you know, early in the morning. You know, eat.
Some people got to eat breakfast before they work out.
Eat
Some
when
people
you're-
don't eat anything.
You know, if you got to be here for a 5:30 class, you better make sure your ass is up early enough so you can eat breakfast and get here, and also not leave your breakfast out on the floor. You know, it's
happens.
Don't munch on that protein bar as you're coming into the gym because it's probably going to come right back up. You know, I'm not a fan.
Probably not going to taste as good.
Not a fan of the protein shake before a workout. I know a lot of guys and girls, you know, take the shake before. You know, everybody's body works differently on how we break stuff down. You know, but it's just
ultimately
time.
Ultimately, there are many routes, many choices, many options out there for you. Meal prep companies, your own style meal prep, cooking extra while you're cooking. You can go to the gas station or even go to a fast food restaurant and still eat healthy.
Yep.
You don't have to get the deliciousness and satisfy the mouth pleasure by getting the #1 Big Mac.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I want a double quarter pounder with cheese and, you know, a
double
side
with
of
a
chicken,
Neapolitan
with chicken nuggets,
milkshake.
Chicken nuggets as a side dish. You know? Yeah.
What'd you say?
Chicken nuggets on the side of my
I
double
love those
quarter
guys.
pounder. Yeah.
Man,
Can
those
never
people
go
are
wrong
so
with
funny.
chicken nuggets.
You can't.
And no place can mimic McDonald's chicken nuggets.
But
either.
remember, that's a fact. But remember, you're only your goals how important are your goals? Mm-hmm. If they are extremely important to you and you are determined to accomplish those goals, you will do whatever you need to do to reach your goals. You will prep your food. You will make the healthy choices. You'll take the hard left instead of the easy right when it comes to making meal options or workout options, whether or not you're going to work out that day. So I think it's all in the mindset of the individual. Motivation is great. But whenever there is no motivation or motivation is kind of deteriorated, the one thing that's going to pull you through is discipline.
Yep.
And if you have discipline, whether it's working out every single day, 5 minutes or hour and a half, then the same discipline is going to help you make good choices with your diet and your nutrition and set you up for success, whether it's remembering to grab your meals or taking extra time to prep the meal or, like I said earlier, making the hard left and getting the plain potato instead of the delicious
bacon
French fries.
filled sour cream.
These French fries are good.
You know,
They're so good. Sour cream, I'm good off that.
yeah,
Taquerias. Oh my God, California, you're loaded with taquerias. Like meat and vegetables wrapped up in tortilla right there. Like, come on. The tortilla is a vegetable.
You cannot beat a $6
corn
super
tortillas,
burrito from La Costa.
vegetables.
You know, when I go to La Costa,
Just get some tacos,
off
street
of 11th
tacos.
Street, you know, and I mean, I've been going to La Costa off 11th Street since
I still have yet to go.
since I was in 8th
Looks
grade.
good though.
And La Costa still to this day only takes cash. $6 for that super burrito.
Sketch.
And I go carne asada, rice, beans,
Check their
cheese,
taxes.
no sour cream.
They file their taxes?
Probably.
I'm going to check that.
Hey, they stayed in business because McDonald's opened up right behind them.
Yeah, and see, that's a way that you can look at that and use your discipline to say, which one of these are more than likely more healthier?
I want a fresh
McDonald's
cooked burrito.
or this probably fresh chicken that was actually a real chicken at one point in its life?
Yep. Because when your burrito is still hot,
That's an easy
when you
decision
get
for
to
me.
the end of it,
And it costs as much. How much street taco costs these days? $2?
Yeah.
$2.25?
Exactly. $5-6 for a burrito that's as big as your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
The choice is yours.
You could eat that burrito for 3 of your meals if you space out that burrito properly.
The choice is yours. It's up to you and your mindset. Do you have the discipline to maintain your track or your road, your route to your goal?
Yep.
If you can maintain your lane, even swerving a little bit, but just maintain it with discipline, that's how you're going to reach your goals, regardless of the time that you may have available. So we talked a lot today about short time people that work this real life, day to day traffic. I have no time with kids. Like homework they got to do. I've got homework I have to do, and I have a full time job. There is a way.
There's always time.
It may not be the best way, but there is some way that you can get to your goals. Anything else to add?
No, just find the time, guys. Make the time. You know, take care of your bodies. You know, eat.
You only get one.
Eat the way
Currently.
Eat to achieve your goals. Training is one part. Eating is the other part. You know? Discipline.
You don't need to be in the military to have discipline.
No. And you need it this time of the year too, because this is the time of the year where food is the best. We love eating at this time of the year. And I always like to start setting my goals now instead of setting them in January or February. Set them early. Get ahead of all those New Year's resolutions. Don't even set resolutions.
So until next time, we're signing off.
Peace out, guys.